right, ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize. Apparently, we had a little hiccup on YouTube side of things. Don't know what happened there, but we are live now here with Sim Racing Unleashed, Season 8, round number 5 at Phoenix. As we're going to have Zach Hall up here in the booth with me, and he's going to take over a little bit of this here until we get our technical issues solved. But thank everybody for tuning in, and how you doing there, Zach?
Oh, I'm doing great, Robert. Good to be, getting our difficulties settled out here, and yeah, man, it's a really interesting race already going on here early. 5 laps into this 200 lap event here for Sim Racing Unleashed at Phoenix, or ISM Raceway, and yeah, it's really really slick racetrack. These drivers are gonna have a handful tonight coming off these corners, man. I'm telling you, working that gas and that steering wheel all night long, and I'll be leading here for a little bit as Robert's going to work on a few things in the background, trying to get them all settled out. As of course, we had a little bit of issue tonight. Sorry about that again. But we are here again live, and right now Mark Woodley has moved into the lead here in the 77, and Jason Anderson set on the pole, and now he's giving up that lead to that 77. And Mark Woodley looking pretty strong here early, with also Joseph McWhorter moving up to 3rd from starting 7th. So we have some movers through the field definitely here early in this race at Phoenix here tonight. So gonna be a very interesting one here, and thank you for all tuning in. Again, sorry, we are getting things fixed here. Had a little bit of technical difficulties now. The internet and live streaming can be sometimes it's very stressful. So especially when you hit the live button and it doesn't go live. So
right.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know what happened. I hit live and it said we're live. Boom, no, we're not.
We got Steve Leffler on. He said it's all Facebook's fault. Yeah,
Facebook.
We wish Facebook would work too.
Yeah, blame Facebook. Yeah, well, I wish Facebook would work. I haven't tested it out today, but yeah. So I do apologize. We did miss the qualifying grid. So, but I see. Look who we have over here tonight. We got Brandon Colley now here. We got Mark Whitley, Joseph. Man, these leagues are merging together, man. Yeah, right.
Yeah, as a admin and owner over World Series, on Saturday, what we do, it's cool to see some of the drivers from over there coming over here, to Sim Racing Unleashed. Because man, this is such a great league. It's a pleasure to be able to even broadcast this Sundays now, as my Sundays have opened up. There's road pros coming to the end of things, so not as much time with the team stuff. So can get out here and actually broadcast a few events, and man on man all. I think this is such a good league. It's always, you see early how much a handful these race cars are, and we're 11 laps in, no issues yet. These guys are being smart, racing the racetrack, and not being too aggressive early here. And that's what it takes, man. It takes a lot of co-opetition, I guess you could say. I can't remember who made that word in the NASCAR broadcasts, but co-opetition. You gotta have competition, but you gotta have cooperation at the same time. And that's what you got here at Sim Racing Unleashed, man. And glad to be able to be up here tonight, as unfortunately we do not have our other commentator Lee here tonight. He had a few things come up, so it will just be my beautiful voice up here tonight. Sorry, I know it's not as nice as Lee's. Not as nice as Lee's. It's definitely not, I'm not the radio majestic person like he is, but I'll try to bring my side of driving in here. And it's also cool to see, if you guys from this league also come to the World Series, Robert. And, I've had a blast of racing with them guys. They're great group of drivers, and it's just cool to see two leagues, like you said, like Lee says, cross-pollinate. So it's really cool. But yeah, at the moment, I tell you what, I was watching practice too, and Joseph McWhorter at 32, he started 7th, he's up to 7th now. He looked really quick on the long runs. I was looking at his pace, he looked really quick. So we'll have to watch that 32 here tonight. And it'll be interesting to see what he can do. As I know, he's usually pretty good on short tracks. I've raced Joseph at these flatter short tracks a lot of times, and he's usually pretty good about this. It's just going to be limiting the mistakes. As not saying he's mistake prone, but mistakes definitely come up and bite Joseph in the behind sometimes. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see who can keep that right rear under him here early tonight at Phoenix. And we also got Kayla out there. Hi, thank you. Tuning in as always.
Yeah, I don't got the chat up yet, so I do apologize for that. But...
Oh, I'm monitoring. I'm on it tonight, Robert. I'm on it.
Killer.
Yeah, thank you again, everybody tuning in. Sorry for the inconvenience missing qualifying and having to change the links. And also, Robert, I believe this is round 6 too, not round 5.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, I believe it is. So so we're here at round 6 at ISN Speedway, and right now we're right on the front bumper of Joseph as he's trying to track down his teammate, actually, Mark Whitley. So the Driven boys are looking pretty strong here tonight. But Jason Anderson too. You got the top 5 really right here, kind of like in a little pack almost. And you know, it's really a management game here too at this racetrack. You're gonna see comers and goers. So it's going to be interesting to see if the 2 Driven guys who've kind of driven up from their starting positions to this lead can hold on as these other guys have, you know, maybe been sitting in the back here kind of saving their stuff up. So definitely comes into that. As we even got Mr. Stampian out there. He said, let's go number 81. And hello to our queen. Yes, Miss Kayla. But yeah, man, Steven Stampian. Let's see where he actually is back here. So he's running in that 7th position as he almost had a shot for a win there last night. Kansas, I was having a good time watching that. And he started from that 12th position, already moved himself up into 7th. So man, oh man, what a good job by him there to get himself up a few positions. And Steven's always a guy to watch on the long run. He knows how to manage his stuff. He isn't dumb. He doesn't go out there and run qualifying laps. He knows he's got to have something for these longer runs, because that's what you get here at Sim Racing. You got to have your stuff at the end of the run if you want to do good here. So Steven's usually a guy that does that pretty well. So I'd definitely watch that 81 as he continues to march his way up the field. And even up front, Joseph's now on the back of Mark Whitley, but Jason Anderson not letting him get away, as actually Josh Jones coming under attack from Brandon Hartwell now, and Brandon Hartwell's going to go to the inside, try to take that 4th position here down into 1. I believe he'll have it here, as 1 and 2, that bottom is really preferred. And yes, he will clear into that 4th position. So up a position there for Brandon Hartwell, down a position for Josh Jones. And yeah, it's still really with the top 10 or 3 seconds, or top 9 or 3 seconds within each other, all the way back to Braden Caress there to 91. So top 9 really all on the front straightaway at one time, and that's an awesome sight to see.
Oh, they also got 3 sets of tires here too, so that's something we got to play and factor here tonight too. So.
Definitely, and another thing is you look at up front now, Mark Whitley is dead sideways, man. And like you said, Robert, those tires. Look at Mark is hold her, Mark, hold her.
Oh no!
Oh man, the inside wall saved him. The inside wall just saved him. Oh man, he's dead sideways. I seen that coming for a few laps, and he's gonna have to cool them tires back down. As Brandon Hartwell now all over the back of him for that 3rd position. We'll see if Mark Whitley can recover, but that'll give the lead over to Joseph Porter and Jason Anderson now the 2nd.
Got something. Sorry, I'm catching up.
Yeah, Robert's he's a busy man, you know. He definitely he's got his hands full. So I'm out here trying to help him carry the broadcast right now. So, but it's always a good time. So, man, oh man, right now, Jason Anderson definitely not letting Joseph get away. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens as we continue this run. We're going to be completing lap 23. Laps really click off here, and man, it's really hot too. You gotta count that. It's 108 degrees on the track temp tonight. So here at Phoenix, and you know, in the desert, it definitely isn't cold out here.
I know they were talking earlier, and I've been watching posts on Discord there, Zach, and they were talking about this track just being wicked loose and just not having fun with it, but be honest with you, we're 24 laps into this thing, and it's pretty impressive. These guys brought their A game here tonight on a tough track.
Oh, that they did, Robert. This track is a handful, and I must iterate that again. It's a handful, man. It literally is super. There's 2 different corners. First of all, you go off into 4 as you see them right now, going off into 3 and 4, which will actually be 1 and 2 once they update.
Oh, geez, here we go. We're getting all confused.
Sorry, but 3 and 4 at the moment is this really flat, long corner. You feel like you're in that corner forever, and it's just super flat. You come off the exit, and it's super hard to put the power down. 1 and 2, way more of a tighter entry. way more acute angle of a corner, but it's got more banking. So you go into there and you kind of got to get right to the bottom, put a lot of wheel in it, and then you got to get a straight exit off because, man, that wall comes up quick on the exit of 2. And then you got the dog leg. This track is, I'm telling you, this track is it's one of a kind.
Most definitely. I can't wait for the new floor mat and the new layout, the way they're going to do this track. I think it's just going to make better racing, in my personal opinion. But right now, I also notice these guys are not going down in that dog leg. Well, now I just open my mouth and somebody goes down into the dog leg. But other than that, I haven't seen nobody really going down there, Zach. They all been staying up on the track. What do you think the reason behind that is?
Well, maybe you seen right there, Hartwell, Steven Stipping got really loose coming up for us.
Yeah, he
did.
did.
Back to them guys, but good save by him. But yeah, you see Brandon Hartwell use that there to get to the inside of Mark Whitley, and I think you might actually see Josh Jones maybe use it here as they try to go by the lap part. Yeah, you're going to see Josh Jones go down there. It's not something I think you want to do too many times with how loose and how much little grip there is on this racetrack right now. It's definitely a little hairy, as I like to say down there. It gets a little sketch when you go down there sometimes, and you kind of only want to use it for certain times. And like you see Brandon Hartwell pass Mark Whitley, and then Josh Jones use it past Mark Whitley. And really, what that is doing, it's just shortening the track. You're straightening out that dog leg, and but the thing is that makes it hard is you're coming from that banking transition. Transitions of banking upset these cars so much, and it's just really tough to get through there. So I think you'll see some guys use it like you've already seen, but it's going to be very limited, not like it used to be where we used to do it almost every lap.
That is, yeah, I can see that as we got somebody blinking in front here. We're riding along with Josh Jones right now, and you can see he's struggling exiting.
It's a handle.
Yeah, you can just see it watching him coming out. It's all about gas. It's about gas throttling, you know what I mean? And just taking it easy. You can listen to him on the gas. Nice. He's nice. And then get down on it. You literally have to wait to be out of the turn before you put your foot back down on that gas pedal fully. If not, you're gonna loop it.
It's such a balancing act. You want to carry a lot of speed off. So you want to get back to that gas, but if you get back to that gas too much, you're going to kill all your momentum by lightening your tires up. And I can tell you, we see Mark Whitley, how loose he got. That continually compounds on itself with the heat you build these tires. You heat that right rear up one time, you go to that next corner, it's way looser. And you got to calm down and bring it back down and run a few slower laps to get that tire back in that range. If you continue to attack it, you're just going to continually build heat and build air pressure, which makes that tire just get harder and harder. The harder the tire is, the less grip you have.
Right.
So, that is literally a management game, as I always say. Especially a track like this. We're used to tracks with the mile and a half package where you're not really lifting. You're lifting a little bit. You're never really ever using the brake. Tonight, these guys are braking, completely rolling out the gas, fighting the wheel on entry, exit, middle, and having to slowly roll the gas. It's almost like you gotta have an egg on your foot, and you can't break that egg. You can't just jump in that gas. If you jump in that gas, them tires will bite very quick on the rear, and it's not a good day when you start to burn that right rear off. You can tell you.
Ain't that the truth? And it looks like we got a little mess up here. Brandon Hartwell is actually supposed to be in the 5. He's running the 88, so we'll call him the no-namer. What's his name?
Yeah, what's his name is what Lee would say. And but I got it. I think I can figure it out. But Brandon Hartwell, he's starting to put the prowl on Jason Anderson, as actually Joseph is starting to break away just a little bit. Like I said, I watched Joseph in practice. I actually talked to him last night, just a little bit about like what track they were racing. He said he was going to be racing tonight, and he said he felt pretty good about Phoenix, and I think he's looking pretty good. So, gotta say, early on, looking good for Joseph Porter.
Well, last night you were out on the track at Kansas from early evening, into night. You finally got to do the new tires that iRacing gave you. What did you feel, Zach? What was your input on it, since you got to actually feel what them new tires are, 70%, whatever they're saying?
Yeah, the 70% increased dampening. It's definitely interesting. I feel like the wheel, the steering feels a little different, especially the front tires. I mean, that's what they increased the dampening on. Those front tires seem to. It's definitely interesting. You know, me and Brian, my teammate, really were like trying to dial our wheels in because it kind of felt completely different. It was more like a mushy feel when you turned in, and it kind of felt like almost a forced feedback peak. Which, to kind of explain that to people, is when your force feedback peaks on these wheels, it pretty much gets to the highest strength of that force, and then after that, the wheel has to cut off the force feedback because it can't go no higher.
Right.
So you just feel almost like a mushy, like it's very weird feeling in the wheel. So we were working on that a little bit. Brian was more concerned about it was Jason Ayers. You see, he's gonna take the dog leg. I think that was a little bit of a dog leg because he got loose, and that's gonna let Brandon Hartwell go around his outside as he went around him so fast you couldn't even see it. But yeah, the tire change is definitely interesting. You can see Hunter Hayward now, he's moved up into that 4th position past Josh Jones. So Hunter Hayward moving up in that 21 as we got someone out there rooting for Hunter. So yeah, out there looking at 21 moving up in that Coca-Cola machine. Red, white, blue, like nice little paint scheme. So yeah, he's moving on up from his 5th starting position, so up 1 position for him. But the tire change, Robert, I felt it definitely, but I don't know. It's a hard thing to say, like what it's done. I need more laps, really. I mean, Kansas definitely felt different than Kansas has felt in a long time. I mean, I personally liked it. It was really loose.
That was going to be my next question. Do you like it or not?
I think I do. I don't know. I mean, I've been running better because I've been practicing, I think. This season hasn't been working out with the finishes, of course, for myself. But I've been right in contention almost every single race. And I don't know. I'm hoping maybe I mean, Kansas was probably the best I've felt, I'd say, a year.
Wow. Okay.
You know, with speed. I mean, I was keeping up with Larry Yingling, actually faster than Brian Johnson, my teammate, which is a rare occasion for me lately, you know. So it's one of those things where I think it definitely changed something. I think it made a little bit kind of what we used to have in the V6 a little bit, and that's kind of where my strong point was. You know, ever since these V7 tires came in, I just, as a driver, my style just has not worked. And certain drivers have certain styles. We look at telemetry, as we're looking at Rodrigo Loga here running 12th in that 22. But like I said, each driver has a different style. You can look at telemetry, which is one of the amazing things about this sim, is it's so realistic, but the telemetry apps that we get and we can use to show braking, throttle, tire pressure, steering angle, little like the ride heights and stuff, and it's just different to see each driver's different style. And I don't think that mine's really fitted the V7, and hopefully it's starting to come to me a little bit. But man, oh man, definitely I think a step in the right direction. I think the tire feels more. It's not that it feels more grippy. I feel like we definitely got some more front turn. I definitely feel like we loosened this up a little bit. And I don't know. It's hard to say right now. We had a car near the 2nd place man get pretty loose there. Lap car. I can't see who that is, but as we ride back here with Rodrigo Loga, that 12 or that 22 machine, as he's actually started 6th, so he's back to 12. Kind of dropped back, but he's hanging in there right now, about 9 seconds back from that leader, Joseph Porter. Joseph's still extending his lead out to about a 1.6 second lead over Brandon Hartwell there. So yeah, Joseph Porter again looking pretty strong out in that 32. But we're continuing green flag laps here, Robert. That's the thing. Also, is we're 44, complete lap 44 here. Man, we're more than halfway past for fuel. So these guys should be hitting pit road, I'd say, around lap 80. It's probably going to be the number we're looking at. As it is race. This is race 5, not race 6. So I read the wrong thing in general. So that's my bad. So it is yours is right, Robert.
Is it race 5?
It is race 5. That's
and I changed it to 6 because I thought it was. Okay, now I'm confused.
I think that the Discord people were confusing you.
They're confusing me left and right. I don't know. We're on race something. There we go.
We're definitely we're definitely on race something. That's for sure. As looking at Rodrigo Logo, man, he is
yellow.
He's willing. I think we got a yellow, first yellow of the night, and I think that might involve Jason Adams here in the 24. Yeah, off of 4. So we'll go back and find the replay here for Jason Adams bring out the first caution tonight here at ISN Racing.
We'll see what happens to Jason here in that 24, your old number.
Yeah.
And look, coming out of 4. Oh, and that's the treacherous that we're talking about. Once your tires get worn off, boom, oh, hard into the wall. Yikes. That's
off of 4 is really difficult.
I was gonna say, out of any turns, I think 4s is going to be the turn that you're going to struggle with all night.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's so flat on that exit. It's almost it's literally like a drag strip, you know, as a drag racer trying to put the power down that long straightaway. And these guys are all gonna come down for their first pit party of the night, as Lee would say. So we'll get these guys coming here again. I imagine most guys will take. Ooh, that's the questionable part here, is that they got 4 sets of tires. I believe everybody's gonna come down and take 4. Yeah, most of these guys are going to. It looks like some will not though. So some guys gonna elect to save some just before. We can see here in the 30s. I've been calling him the 32 all night. I'm sorry about that. That is he's been the 32 for a long time. So
I thought so. See, now I'm getting told it's race number 6. You know what? It's race 2954. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah,
I thought I had it right. Oh. The fans out there are driving me nuts tonight. Now I love you guys. Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Yeah, and this is interesting here, Robert. So I believe
top 2 have not
Stimp here. Yeah, and I believe also you had Steven Stimpian, who did not take tires, and I think a few other guys also did. So I believe Jason Anderson also did not. So it looks like the Smoke Inc. guys have decided to, same with Michael Yarrow, have decided not to, you know, take them tires, which I think personally, I think that might be a really good idea, because you never know sometimes how cautions breed cautions. And if we get a couple like cautions like that keep this all, you know, together, and they get the right amount of cautions to get to that number, you know, to that pit stop that they would have done on green flag stops, then the other guys are going to probably have to go ahead and take tires. So yeah, it's tough to say as Braden Caress out here stays out, like you said, Brandon Colley, and I also believe
we have
Lane in the 32 stay out.
And we have Caress coming in. As you can see, he's got left side damage on that DoorDash. ZL1 Camaro. Oh, no, he's blinking. Okay, he's back. He was involved in something. He's got rear end damage here, Zach. He's got left front damage.
Yeah, he definitely does, Robert.
I wonder if he got tapped coming out, and maybe he got loose coming out of 4 and hit the inside wall and just missed it.
Yeah, I mean, very well could have definitely, or just got a little contact from someone's right side, of course. You know, it's very easy to get ran in the back of, so at a track like this. So yeah, looks like Brandon Colley gonna take that track position gain here. Now, didn't come down to get fuel, but I think that's a good idea. You got to understand that when you take fuel, it changes the balance of these race cars. That's all about weight sloshing around in that tank. And when you put that weight on that rear end, it's going to make you definitely more loose. It's going to jack that rear end down, take the spoiler out there, and what you're seeing is Colley's going to have less fuel with the same tires as these front 2.
We'll have to see how this all plays out, as green flag is back out. Lap 50 at 200 here with Sim Racing Unleashed. Race number 0 at Phoenix. There. We'll just do 0.
Wow, Mark Whitley 3 wide through the middle, and you're seeing the tires. Oh, it's going to be 4 wide off of 2.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you just see the tire difference. Oh, they're going to span out here. This is going to be very, very interesting. You're going to see Hunter Hayward go to the bottom, but Brandon Colley, they're wrecking behind. The 14 saves it.
14.
Oh, man, he saves it. Bradley saved it. What a save with Rodrigo Logo right behind him. This is what you call mayhem.
Yeah, more than mayhem. Holy mackerel. Look at
craziest.
Look, Brandon Colley, he is just getting freight trained, man.
Yeah, he definitely is. You're going to see, like, the guys that didn't take tires are going to go straight backwards. And, you know, if this goes long, it's going to hurt them. That's the only thing that
Is it
will
gonna
hurt
hurt
them.
Brandon or?
If it goes as far, you know, as far as it can green, he's got less fuel, so he will have to stop before the other guys that didn't take tires and took fuel. But if they can stay on the lead lap, that's the key. These guys that did not take tires just need to stay on the lead lap and have that extra set of tires that say, you see what happened. I mean, Mark Whitley on brand new tires restarted eighth. Let me point that out. He had the lead going into 3. So the thing is, tires are huge. They're very, very huge when it comes to your speed. And if you have that extra set at the end of this race, and say a caution comes out with these other guys that don't have an extra set, you can see exactly what these guys just did on this restart play out on that last restart. So the other guys that did not take tires, stay on that lead lap, just get to the end of this
I was gonna say,
try to get back balanced.
I'd be putting that down in my notes, like, you know, knowing. I mean, Mark took the lead as he got a battle for the lead, but he took it what, in 1 lap, 2 laps? 1 lap, he was through
he
the
literally
field?
in half a lap.
half a lap.
He went 3 wide through the middle, and it came 4 wide off of 2. But Joseph, and he literally took the lead going through the dogleg from 8th place. It was very aggressive, but man, he made it work. I applaud that move. That was intense moment, that's for sure. As Joseph McWhorter does take back that lead in that 30 machine out front. So we'll see what he can do, as he does have the newer tires also with Mark Whitley, Hunter Hayward, and Brandon Hartwell there. So he's front 4. About a 3-second gap back to Josh Jones there in that 76. Now, the crazy thing is, just got Jason Anderson behind David Neese there. He's going to drop back behind the 32 of Lane here in the Bob Ross machine. And Jason Anderson hasn't took tires. He's only fell back tonight. Same with Steven Stippian. He's 11th. So guys are holding on with the older tires, doing a good job. And they are 6-7 seconds back already from the lead, but they are holding their own. There's Collie also. So you see the guys that didn't take tires all grouped together.
Yeah. Ain't that something?
Yeah, definitely. You know, they're going to have an extra set, though. Now, these guys still have those 4 sets in the pit. So
now, what would you do if a yellow came out? You go in, would you get pits? I mean, would you get pits? Yeah. Bleh. If a yellow would come out, say, the next 30 laps, Zach, your strategy, if you're out there and you're these guys, would you go in and get tires, or would you just try to save a set to the end of the race?
Well, I think if you go another 30, you're definitely going to want tires. Okay. And the thing is, you're going to put the other guys up front, like Joseph, Mark, Hunter, Brandon, Josh Jones, guys that already took tires in the top 5, in a box, kind of. They're going to have to decide, do I need to take another set?
As my big mouth.
And I think that might have been Michael. Oh, no, what? Michael already used this at the scene.
It's showing Buzz and Robbie.
Oh, yes.
Let's go back on the replay here.
51.
Go right along. Here with the 44 water machine. I still love that paint scheme. It's so nice. I like the chrome on the. Look at the color on the. Anyways. Oh! Buzz got loose coming out of 2, and Robbie had nowhere to go, and he said hello, and that was the end of that story.
That it was, yeah. Robbie Darnell with nowhere to go. You see the 51 of Buzz there get loose coming out of 2, and dead sideways in the center of the corner. Just really nowhere to go for the guys.
Wow. All right, we'll go back live. We'll see what these guys do on pitch, as the guys that just pitted are not going to pit, and the guys that didn't pit are going to pit, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And that's
got
what
Jason Anderson
like.
coming down. Yeah, Jason Anderson, Brandon Colley, Steven Stippian, Dave Bush, Braden Caress, Gomez, Robbie Darnell, 95 of Michael Yara, and I think all these guys will take tires. Yes, Jason Anderson gets his car jacked up, I believe, actually. Yeah, he did do the right sides. Did he do left? Yeah, he did do left. Okay.
Yep.
I was making sure they took 4. Yeah, so everybody here should have took 4. And, man, it's gonna be interesting now what they can do with the little bit fresher tires now. As personally, if they would have wanted it to go a little bit longer, because that would have put the leaders in a little bit of a kerfuffle. You know, they could have been saying, "Man, we went to about 30, 40 laps on these tires. Now, do I take another set?" And then that gets into where you're questioning yourself. And tell you what, some of these tire strategies get pretty hard. So, and yeah, Steven Leftwood out there in the chat saying this should be a pretty wild restart. Yeah, I think it's going to definitely be a pretty wild one. So, definitely going to be pretty crazy here to see what these new tires can do, as we'll see where they'll come out now. And I believe the first male tires will be Jason Anderson in that 11th spot. So top 10 on a little bit older tires, but we'll see the progress of these newer tires as we'll go back green here in a few laps. And it looks, and we'll be at Las Vegas next week, Robert. Lee won't miss that one. There's casinos there. You know how he is with casinos. and like, even Steven brings something up. You can do 60, 60, 60, 20, to in this race with stops. So that could be an interesting strategy to play out as these guys pit right around lap 60. So yeah, good stopping point for these guys at where this caution fell for Lee.
Yeah, with the guys with the new tires, we're back there with Jason Anderson and Brandon Cawley, all these guys. They're back 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, so, oh boy.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, I see Mark Whitley start 8th and go straight to the front. And not as many laps on these tires as when Mark did it, but it's still a difference. There's still definitely a gap to be grown here by the new tires.
I don't think there's big of a gap, though, to be honest with you.
Green.
As green flag is out, we'll see what these guys can do from 11th on back with the top 11 here, as the top 11 don't got new tires, and we'll see if they can fly through this field here tonight on lap 64 of 200.
Side by side, look, Mark Whitley not giving up. Battle to teammate Joseph Porter to go into 3 and 4. I think Joseph should be able to clear here in 3, maybe. Hunter Hayward at 21, all over the back of the 30 now.
Listen to the fans.
Yeah, they're cheering. They're liking what they're seeing. Me too, though. As Joseph will finally clear Mark Whitley, and Mark Whitley is now going to have a little trouble from Hunter Hayward in that 21. Let's see what happens here as they go off into 3. Mark misses the bottom, misses the middle lane. That's going to give Hunter the power position there to come off of 4, but that good run off the top there lets Mark reel him back in there. As I see behind, the first real car that's starting to come through on tires is Jason Anderson there. You can't miss that orange number 82 or 92. Wow, that was terrible, Zach. What are you doing? Oh, they're dooring the 21 to 77. Ooh. Oh man, that one got my heart racing. Mark again, this is the middle lane a little bit. That's going to let Hunter get the run off of 2. And you can see there as we go to the doggo, you can see right there that orange 92 starting to come into the picture as he gets under Josh Jones. So tires are coming. That's for 5th place. And even Steven Stimpy behind that, getting past the 27 of David Neese, and also Brandon Colley trying to follow past 27 of David Neese. So, yeah, the tires are definitely coming as now Jason Anderson broken into that top 5. He's going to set his sights on Brandon Hartwell now. Oh, man, all over the back of the 5 car. Off of 4. I think he's close to having a run, not just going to be there, but he's going to dive it up the inside, I believe.
guys with their new tires now, they're up to 5th, 6th, so they're moving up. Took a couple more laps to get there, but that goes back to the gap that they had from the first caution to the next caution.
Definitely. Yeah, see there, 92 Jason Anderson trying to get past that 5 of Brandon Hartwell, and that's going to let the Hartwell's now have a little slide. That's going to let Steven Stimpian also come in there and try to get himself up into this top 5 as he's going to drive under that 5 car and use that dog leg to shorten that track, and he's going to clear him. So Steven Stimpian up in the top 5. Great racing we're seeing out here, man.
Now, my next question to you there, Mr. Zach, that drives these cars more than I do. If we stay under green, do these tires eventually balance out, that time balances out, and these guys are no longer going to be pushing through the field?
I'd say around lap 40 to run, you're probably going to see a pretty much an evening out of these tires. Now, that's also going to come down to the driver also. I mean, what I say about evening out is the fastest time will even out. You know, if you abuse that right rear and make that thing not happy, your times aren't going to even out. They're more or less going to just fall off a cliff. So you can hit that cliff point. You know, when we're saying even and out a lot of times, it doesn't mean everybody evens out. It's just mostly the guys that say, you know, for example, Joseph and Jason and Steven up coming through here now too. You know, at a certain point, they do have fresher tires, but they should start to even out around 50 to 60 if Joseph manages well. But that's also a management thing. He's out here with about a 2.5 lead. Does he manage? As you see, Jason Anderson and Steven Stimpian both now 2nd and 3rd teammates up there. Great strategy. You also got Collie there in the dogleg trying to get past Mark Whitley to break into the top 5. So great strategy for the guys who just stopped at lap 60 here for tires. And I think they're looking pretty good here. And we'll see what their progress is here on the leader of Joseph McCord.
Looking at lap times. I was just looking at lap times here. I'm seeing what Joseph is running compared to Jason.
About 2/10 slower. So still definitely considerably quicker on the new tires. Now Joseph's gotta understand the situation here. You know, he can't go out here and run as hard as possibly can because there's no point. You gotta run as hard as you can. And sooner or later, them tires are going to eat you up. You got to go out here and run very conservative and try to manage. And we'll see if he's doing that, but continuing to lose that was 4/10 last time. So you're going to see these guys here in the next 2 or 3 laps catch up as Jason Anderson really missed the bottom. And we're looking back here, though, the battle, though, for Mark Whitley, Hunter Hayward, Brandon Hartwell, Josh Jones, they're all in a line. As tell you what, who the big winner is. You see right there going in front of the 21 there off of the 1 is Brandon Collie. He was running 11th place to really right outside the top 10 for most of that first run. Kind of struggling. You know, really wasn't making up ground. Started 11th, kind of ran there. But this strategy has put him into a prime position to maybe still or sneak out of top 5 if this thing can stay in his favor.
Well, if I was Joseph, I wouldn't battle these guys a word like you were saying. And once they catch me, I'd be like, oh, just going by. I would, you know, try to fall in line and just stay as close as you can to these guys. Because, like you said, I see it coming now. These guys are probably next.
Oh, they're there.
Yeah.
It's going to be a matter of. It's not going to be if, it's going to be when. How type of situation is. Steven Stimpian, I think Jason Anderson says, you know what? That's the teammate move. That's the smart thing to do. Steven was all over the back of Jason. And he said, you know what? You go up there, you free up the bottom for us, and I'll follow you through.
Follow the leader.
Yep, that's right. That's sometimes what it takes as teammates. You know, you can't battle each other while you're trying to get by someone else. You know, battle each other once you get, you know, out front together.
But also, though, it looks like Steven's a little bit faster than Jason right now, too. So I wonder if it comes down to the driving style and the tires, as Steven is, he's going down, and nope, not yet. Not going to clear him.
He's going to be all over the back of Joseph. He's just got to set it up right, though. Joseph's doing a good job of not missing the bottom. So you got to back your corner up and here. Oh,
Oh,
Steven's a little. That's the thing. You get a little greedy. You just, you're like, I need to get the run off. I need to get that run. And you're going to see someone get a little greedy. And Joseph actually cooked it a little hot to the turn, actually a little sideways on entry. So he's going to have to be careful with the right tire or the rear tires.
well, we know what Steven did last night at World Series of Sim Racing League. He was out there, a yellow came out, and he tried to hold off the pack of Hungry Wolves with brand new tires, and unfortunately, it did not work the way he wanted it to.
Yeah, it definitely did. And, you know, I had a pretty good seat and watched it with my broke car right around as they all passed me. But, yeah, I mean, he played a pretty interesting strategy last night, and Steven's a smart racer, man. So he always puts himself in a good position from what I've noticed, you know, just commentating these races in the one race he's done with us on Saturday night. So very, very smart driver, knows when to go and when not to go. And you see, it's so easy to get a little bit greedy in trying to make that pass because he knows he's quicker. If he can just get ahead of Joseph, he'll be quicker. But Joseph's doing a good job by not missing the bottom. So it's hard when that person in front of you doesn't mess up sometimes. He takes your preferred line away. And you can't run over them, you know, especially this early in the race. It'd be one thing if it was, you know, coming to a white flag, you know, then you pull the elbows out. But this early in the race, you don't want to be doing that because it can come back around to you.
I noticed one thing. I think the tires leveled out, Zach.
They definitely started to even out a little bit. So, yeah, it's like I said, it gets to that point. And Joseph also has had great long run pace. We can't put it past Joseph that he's been one of the stronger cars at the end of the run. So sooner or later, it's going to come back in his favor. I've seen this many a times with races. You're going to see Steven, though, trying to charge that bottom. Joseph getting a little high on that groove. You can see him lose the rear end. This is where Steven's got to pounce, though. He's got to get the drive off of 2 here. He's going to go to the dog leg. They're going to have a lap car going into 3, so maybe he can pin Joseph behind that lap car. It's Jason Anderson.
What in the world?
What in the world? That was, I tell you what, that was a good try. That was, it hurted more than anything, but man, oh man.
We say Kevin Harvick line. That ain't no freaking Kevin Harvick line. What? That
was a Kyle Busch line. That's Kyle Busch.
Is that what line that was? Because I don't know what that was.
Kyle Busch has been known to do that, go way down there. You're going to see here now they're behind the 24s. They're going to try to get single file back up to get by Jason Adams here. But I tell you what, all this racing has done is run Colley right into the picture. So Brandon Colley now really starting to make his move up here and starting to catch the lead back. Man, this is a great race. I love Phoenix. Phoenix is a place where, man, you can. It's a driver's racetrack, in my opinion. It's just you gotta get right up on that wheel and drive this thing, and especially the way it is right now. I mean, coming from what it used to be almost a year ago, it used to be terrible. Way too much grip. So now we're slipping and sliding again. It's great to see.
I'm very impressed here. I'm just very impressed that Joseph can hold these guys off. See here, they have about 17 lap different tires.
Yeah,
and just 17 laps. That's a lot of laps.
That, I mean, personally, that shows you his strength. I mean, look at the next car's Hunter Hayward on those same sets. He's about 4 seconds back. I mean, Joseph is. I don't want to give Joseph too much praise. I like to mess with the kid. Not gonna lie, he's a fun one to mess with. But his growth as a driver has been pretty astounding, I must say. I've seen him grow from where he was that guy that you knew who was going to burn his stuff up and not be strong on the long run to the guy now you got to worry about him on the long run. But Steven Stippian still not making this easy. He's all over the back of Joseph.
I would be too. I'd make him mirror drive if I was him.
Yeah. That's how you make him make mistakes. If you're there, you're making him think. You know, with nobody in your mirror and you have a big lead, you get such a rhythm. You get just a nice ride. As a ride on board with that nose cam, you see he's going to try to work the outside here. This could be a nice drive off of 4 here. The key is off of 4. Oh, he's going to have a run into 1 again.
What is
Great
it with
racing.
this track? When you're behind somebody, do these splitters drag on this track, Zach?
Are you with the sparks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be the splitter getting into the track a
Do you
little
ever?
bit more.
Yeah.
It
Is
could
it
be
the
the track
side
bar.
skirts?
Side skirts can hit and cause sparks, so that's a lot of things. You see side by side, nice no grip here. Ken Stipp put the power down. He's dead sideways. Joseph Ward a little bit better power
Nope.
on top.
Not that
Into
time,
one though,
bye.
this is where the bottom is better. This is where the bottom is cool, but Joseph really drove it in there, made it stick. But there's gonna be a lap car here. Oh, it's gonna hurt Joseph. He's got to turn down.
Hang on.
Man, what a battle! This is great stuff.
Wow. Brandon
Great
Colley's
respect
back
between
there
the two
saying,
also.
guys, I want to join. Guys, don't
That
forget
he
about
is.
me.
Man, it just one respect full racing right there. These guys, you know, they could have that could have turned out a lot worse than it is, and now you'll see Stipp say, "Here, Jason, it's your turn. You attack," and that's a cool thing to see. That's great teamwork right there.
You know who won last week, right?
Last week in the Cup Series,
Yeah, here.
I believe Collie did.
Was it Collie or was it Joseph?
Atlanta. I'm pretty sure. No, Joseph finished third.
Oh, okay.
He won WSSR in Atlanta.
Okay.
Collie though won last week, and I tell you what, Collie started to actually slowly but surely. He's pulling him in just a little bit, hundredths at a time. That's what you got to do. You can't overdo it. As we look back here at Braden Caress, he's all over the back of Mark Willie. It's going from a very good race to kind of slide back here for Mark Willie. It seems like his longer run pace is definitely struggling, as that right rear is very hard to manage.
Now, I know they offer one fast repair. Now, I don't know if he used it or not. From the looks of it, I don't think he did.
No, Braden Caress did not. He has still got that damage. So smart play. I mean,
about
this.
Mark.
Oh my! He got a little too much break there. I think our camera angle didn't show how much he was sideways on the issue right there. But man, oh man, let me tell you, he was sideways. As we go back to Dave Bush, that pretty number 53 here.
Check out his picture. Yeah, check out my glasses, man. I'm cool, man.
Dave's a cool cat, man. Dave's a cool cat.
I'm cool, dude. Look at me. Don't talk to me until I have my cup of coffee.
You should go on board with him.
Go on board? Yeah, we can go on board with him. So, oh, I know why you want to go on board with him. Okay, yeah, we're going on board just for a little bit, as we all know. And if you don't know, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if this is your first time here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting on the YouTube side. Don't forget to hit that like, and you can also share it to your favorite social media platform, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you like. Reddit, doesn't matter. Send your families and friend Dave. Oh, well, that's Zach's
We caught it
fault.
alive.
Dave. I'm not saying a word. That's Zach's fault.
I'm sorry, Dave.
It's all Dave. It's all Zach's fault. He said ride with you, and he gave you bad luck.
We had something happen up front. Oh, golly. The two. He about wrecked us. He's gotten by Steven Stimpy now. I don't know what happened into one. But, oh, whoa, both Jason Anderson and Steven Stimpy about lost it coming out off the two. And that let Collie get right in between them. That's gave Joseph a second lead. That's another thing, man. Joseph is he's looking strong on these long runs, man. It's tough. He's definitely been a tough cookie tonight on this cookie of a track. That didn't work out.
Yeah, you lost me on that one.
Yeah, it's not a cookie cutter. I mean, I guess it could be. It's got like a little trial, you know. The dogleg could be. I mean, that is the trial, I guess, now, you know. But
yeah, I was gonna say they don't consider Phoenix a cookie cutter, do they?
it's close enough. It's close enough. It's a different shaped cookie.
Okay,
And
I was
cookies
gonna
can be
say-
shaped in all different sizes, and different shapes. Okay.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Very true.
Cookies can come in very different ways. As we go on here with Collie and look at Jason Anderson, he actually did the same thing he did earlier. He just missed the bottom. That's going to give Mr. Collie and that too a chance. Not there yet as Jason did cut the dog leg.
To answer your question, Kayla, the reason why it's not on Facebook right now is I can't stream to Facebook for some reason. When I go live on Facebook, it drops frames, and basically what that means is that it skips and your video won't. It stops, it buffers, and then it comes back. It stops, it buffers. So there's a glitch somewhere along the line between either my ISP internet provider to Facebook's data server, or there's something going on with their server where I can't stream to Facebook right now with having a great quality for you guys. The best I could tell you is that I will keep on working on it, but I do know that the server that we're connecting to is out west, and with all them wildfires going on, I just got a funny feeling there's something going on out there that's not allowing us to connect. But YouTube side, as you can see, is running perfectly fine, so we'll have to just keep playing with it until the internet says, hey, you can do it.
Yellow. Buzz, oh no, and I was about to say we might have a caution soon, but this is Rodrigo Logo and Robert Cheswick.
Oh no.
I think it started with Robert Cheswick, the 6. Yeah, the 6 is where it started.
I can't do Z. I can't do Lee, so.
We need Brian with his soundboard. He's got it recorded. Here, we'll go back and look at the replay here for the second caution of the night. Or third caution, sorry.
Oh, the 6 got up into the wall.
Yeah, got a little too much into 3, up into the wall. Look at the nice little Tokyo drift.
Yeah, until Rodrigo comes in play. Where's Rigo?
Yeah, we'll see. You'll see. He comes in here and really nowhere to go for Rodrigo as 6 bounces off the wall. Rodrigo Logo says, "Oh no," and he stares him directly in the eyes. Man, oh man, unfortunate for Robert Cheswick and Rodrigo Logo. I think Rodrigo he's actually got a blown engine. Oh man, he's actually in front of the leaders now. Almost caused the issue.
Well, you got to give Joseph props there, man. He held on to it.
Yeah.
Very
as
impressive.
Cheswick will bring him behind the wall.
And he's coming down. He's going to get 4 tires with everybody else. He held off. Wow. That's... Wow. I know we're talking a lot about Joseph tonight. A lot of airtime he's getting, but impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah, man. He told me last night he felt pretty good, so I'm impressed. I think Jason Anderson just won the race off pit road, though. He did. What a drive out of his box Jason Anderson just had. Wow. Jason Anderson winning the race off pit road. I believe Michael Yarrow did not pit. He went to lead that lap. Still coming this time.
Well, thank you, Steve, for the compliments again. He says the quality on YouTube is awesome. And just so you guys know, if you're watching at 1080p and you got the internet, you know you can bump it up to 1440p. So, you get better quality.
Yeah, it's. I personally, looking back last night, man, oh man, I was like, is this real? It really does, Robert. You gotta admit, it's super clear. So.
That's true, Steven. Always at the wrong place at the wrong time, but thank you. Sorry, Zach, I was reading chat, but yes, thank you. How can I say this without putting too much information out there? I bought a new computer monitor that cost a lot of money. Let's just put it that way. So that has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, definitely. It's
and that's not it. By December, there's going to be better streaming quality coming. So
that's right.
My goal is to be the first broadcaster on iRacing service to stream at 4K. That is my goal.
Crazy.
That's my goal. That is going to be my goal, and that is I want to be the first one to do it.
Okay, Kayla out there says, "I'm a grandma. I have no idea what any of you kids are talking about." Sometimes I'm confused too.
Ask your man.
and I am a kid. So like,
Well, you know the difference from 1080p to 1440p, Zach.
yeah, I do.
Okay.
I definitely do. Yeah.
And you know the difference from
I guess I
1440 to
understand
4K. So
yeah, I do. Yeah,
okay.
true.
Can you imagine watching
It's all
the
about the
stream at
pixels.
4K?
It's all about the pixel density. That's the key.
Well, I just want to be a 4K first
That'd be
esports
awesome.
broadcaster.
Yeah.
Somebody will probably beat me to it, but hey, I'm gonna give it a shot.
That's right. Shoot for the moon.
That's right.
Stars.
As we are back green here.
Good start for Jason Anderson. Look at that. Nice job by him. Let's see what happens here early in this run. As Joseph says, we're on even tires now, guys. Let's do this. That's even Collie now up to third. He got up to third during that run. Well, like I said, he was running about 11th during the first run of this race. And that strategy really gained him track position. And I think it gained him some knowledge on how he needed to drive the car. His times were a lot better. He did a lot better job of putting himself in the right situation. So don't count Mr. Collie out. You know about Brandon. He's a sneaky.
Whoa, 4 wide.
Whoa, yes, that's right.
Oh,
The 40-14, the 53, I believe that's the 5 of Brandon Hartwell Tilter, who's the 88 at the moment, and the 77 of Mark Whitley.
Holy mackerel! They went through the tri-oval, the dog leg, and they were 3-4 wide.
That was intense.
Wow, Jason Anderson.
Joseph.
Get out of here. Jason Anderson and Joseph McWhorter just put down the fastest lap of the race. 27.02, both of them on that last lap, as they're side by side for the lead.
Yes, they did. It's a 0.21 to Jason, a 0.23 to Joseph. So, 2 thousandths quicker for Jason. So almost identical lap times. As Joseph actually will make the pass, as Jason Anderson's not going to do the crossover.
Wow.
He goes to the inside.
Now, my thing here is, if I was Joseph there, Zach, you know that these both are fast cars, but Joseph has a long run speed. I would let Jason race me hard. Let him race me hard, because I've shown that I can hold you off. And like you said, these guys, when you're racing, you do your first, and this is what I do too. You go out there and you get a long green flag run, you get 30, 40 laps into a race, and you don't have a yellow. I pay attention to what my car's doing, because the next time I come in and pit stop, I'll say, okay, within 15 laps, this is what my car's going to do. The next 10 laps, this is what my car's going to do. And I try to adjust to that.
Definitely.
Whoa. Hang on to it, Jason.
Yeah. He's trying to get everything out of it.
And that's the thing. If I was Jason, I would back off. I would back off and say, okay, I got to figure out what I need to do to keep up with Joseph, because we already know Joseph has long run speed. So what can we do to keep up with him? Because right now he is set sail. He's the fan favorite to win this race as of right now. And these guys in the back got to figure it out, or do we stay on a long green flag run, and do you play the leapfrog game then, like I like to call it, Zach? What do you do then?
It's such a the thing is, like, we talk about Joseph's long run speed, but I think he's on. We can almost just call it speed, because his short run speed doesn't suffer. It's not like he drops back in the short run, like we see some guys who do that strategy. As Jason Anderson again.
Oh my goodness!
I can't believe that's actually going to work.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not going to work on the exit though.
Oh my God, Jason! What are you?
I think Joseph might have just had a heart attack.
I know I would have. I'd be like, where is he? Where is he? I know he's somewhere. My spotter's telling me he's somewhere.
And knowing Joseph, he has VR, so he was looking down to the left going, oh God, oh God.
That's right. He is running VR too, so he doesn't even see all that. He's just probably looking left going, where's that car at?
that's super impressive that Jason can even make that somewhat like stick. Like it's that is crazy. Oh man, I love it. I love it. As
Well,
Kyle here is
it
sitting in third,
works.
he's probably thinking, "Oh my gosh, too."
It works going in until
Yeah,
you
it
hit the
definitely
center.
does.
You hit that center off, and it just pushes like a Mack truck.
That is amazing. It's
I wonder if he
yeah.
doesn't go down so low like that. Maybe change your line going into there. Maybe run in the middle of that apex. You know, in the middle. Maybe it wouldn't push as hard going out because he's way down low. I mean, he's so far inside the track that he's got so much wheel into it. Trying to exit out is not going to happen. But if you would, you know, move your line up a little bit and run maybe closer to that yellow line, would maybe help.
You know,
What do
like
I know?
maybe if he does it like 2 lanes down, but the thing is, like, I don't know if you're going to gain that much time to be able to pass and clear someone like he was doing right there. I mean, if he can personally figure out a way to do that and make it work, then bravo, because that is just intense, man, intense. As we go back here to Brandon Hartwell running in that 13th position, so not having the best comebacks for him as we go up to Josh Jones down in 5th. As Josh Jones always steady up here in the top 5 usually.
Yeah, don't count him out.
Yeah, exactly. You don't ever count Josh Jones out from what I've seen.
He's in the top 10, but I wouldn't count him out in that budget sim box sponsored vehicle.
Wow, I said ninth.
Which you got Steven Leffler out there on YouTube. That's his company there. So make sure you check him out over on Facebook at the Budget Sim Box on Facebook. Just type it in. I'm sure it'll take you right to his Facebook page and give him a like. And order some product while you're at it.
Yeah.
And where's our link at, Zach? Where's our link? Merch.
It's coming.
Quick and fast. Quick and fast merch.
Where's my link? Where's my link?
You said you'd post it every week, and here you are. I got to remind you.
Forget, man. I'm not on the ball tonight. I'm sorry. I'm slacking. I'm slacking.
And this is what I pay these guys to do. What in the world? I love them. Love you, man.
You got to pick on people sometimes, right?
Well, I get picked on every night when I broadcast because half the time I don't know what I'm talking about. As Todd Neese is going to be trying to go under Jason here, going through the dog leg. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to clear him. Nope, he does not. He's going to fall back into, looks like 11th position there.
Yes, we are in, yeah, I said that Josh Jones was in 5th, but that's my bad. Our Discord camera I see is a lot less clear than the one on YouTube. Let's just say that.
Well, that's because it's 720p.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. You go from 1440p to 720p. You do see a difference.
Yes, very big. Especially it's big.
Are you gonna make me stream at 1080p, 60 frames on Discord?
No. I can look. It just tells me I can get a good knowledge of where we're at with the cameras. We're looking at the Bob Ross machine here, Lane, that 32. I love that car. It's just like, I don't know if people are fans of Bob Ross, but if you haven't checked out Bob Ross, go on Twitch and they replay all of Bob Ross's episodes on Twitch. And if you ever just want something to relax you, watch some Bob Ross in your life, and it's amazing.
Turn on the morning, lay down, and listen to him, and he'll put you to sleep.
Oh, he definitely will. And actually noticing on his car on the side, I never noticed this on the side of his car until I'm looking at the stream right now, Robert.
What?
It's so clear that I can see. It's literally like a Bob Ross painting on the side of his cars with like the trees and stuff, the water paint trees and stuff.
Oh, you thought that was dirt, rubber?
I thought it was dirt the whole time.
No, that's trees. Oh, I knew that 2 weeks ago.
Look, sometimes you learn new stuff. I guess, right?
In the back there, it's smoke coming off the mountains.
That's true. It is, man. That's so cool. That's so cool. And also there's Steven Leffler. He's saying that if Jason Erickson can park it in front of the 30 on exit instead of sliding all the way up, then maybe it'll work. I mean, that's definitely a possibility there. So good point from Steven there. And also Kayla says that she's probably the youngest here, and she still doesn't know nothing about computers. So.
That's why she's got her man. He'll
Yeah,
help you
that's true.
out.
Hey, I mean, that's where I learned most of my stuff from the sim race. You know, I'm still a youngin' at 26, but well, that's getting old in my opinion. But everybody tells me I'm young still. So
You're young.
no, I got gray hairs coming in my beard, man.
You're
I'm scared.
young.
It's starting to scare me here.
You haven't seen nothing, sir.
I'm gonna be full head of white hair by the time I'm
You
30,
haven't
probably.
seen nothing. That's all I'm saying. Oh man, well, talking about youngins, look at Hunter here. He's a young kid here and very impressive racer, future racer here on esports.
Definitely. I mean, he just got up in the third now, past Brandon Colley, and so is Stevie Stippy up in the fourth. College dropped back to about seventh, or Colley back to eighth actually. So Mark Whitley up in the fifth. But yeah, Hunter Hayward, he was super strong at Dover, man. He was so good there, and showing again his strength here at Phoenix in a top 3 position. Hopefully, he can close it out in the top 3 here tonight.
So, how many? Are we looking at least one more pit stop here?
One more pit stop, yes.
Yeah, at least. So, now we play. If we stay green, when do you pit?
That's the big question everybody asks, right? I'm thinking. It matters how many sets of tires this guy's got left. If you pit too early where you can make it to the end, if you pit too early, you got 1 set left, then you're kind of screwed if the caution comes out late, about 20 or 30 laps into that after the pit. Because then you have no tires, and other guys that waited longer will have them fresh tires, and you get all grouped back up. So, the undercut could be powerful, but the undercut could also play to ruining your race. So, let's see how it plays out here as we'll be completing lap 131 here at Phoenix.
And Steven says, Steven Leffler, he says he's 32 years old and he just barely built his first PC 3 weeks ago. You don't want to know how many PCs I build. Ask Zach.
Robert's the PC man. I've built the time I've known Robert. Well, we've known each other for what, 4 years now, 3 years.
Oh my
4
God, no!
It's 4 now. It's 2016.
I was gonna say
Yeah. So yeah, we've known each other for 4 years now. So I was 22 at the time, and I had literally just built my first PC when I was around 20. So yeah, and then I just built my new one recently, about a year ago. So, but during that time, Robert's had like 30 PCs. I think Robert actually changes PCs more than he changes his clothes, personally.
I just built this PC about 9 months ago, and I'm building another one here in November. Every year I build a new one. I got computer parts sitting back here, Zach, that I can build a streaming PC and sell it for $1,000. That's no lie.
I know you could. I mean, I bought your graphics card from you.
I still got a 1700X sitting here. I got an 1800X sitting here of AMD processor just sitting in a box. It's just sitting there.
Motherboard, RAM, everything.
Yep.
Hey, if anything happens to your stuff, though, you got a backup.
It might not be as good as what I got, but it's a backup.
And he said it's always been so intimidating. Boy, was I wrong. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing when I tell people about building PCs that's relying along here with Mark Whitley in that 5th position. It's, I had a few of my friends, build PCs for the first time this past year, and they were really intimidated by it, and they were like, man, I don't want to mess it up. I say, it's like building Legos, man.
Yeah.
Like, stuff literally, it goes where it goes. It doesn't usually go in two places at once. So it's kind of interesting.
The only piece that I say anybody building a PC is the most important thing that you're going to put in and be careful with is going to be your processor. That's it. Other than that, everything else clicks in place, plugs in place, and you turn it on. That's it. Just make sure you put your Intel or AMD processor in the right way and make sure it's in. And once it's in, don't touch it. Let it be there. So, as Zach went muted as he's running to get a funnel cake, probably.
Oh, nope. I was letting my dog inside my bedroom. He was crying. He was like, please let me in.
You were going for a funnel cake. Just admit it.
That's true. There was a bear outside the door of the broadcast booth here, and he was handing me a funnel cake. As
Uh,
while we were speaking about that, Jason Anderson was actually starting to close the gap a little bit on Joseph. And I'm going to tell you what, he had a moment, as I like to call it, the Brown moment coming off of 2. He was literally pointing at the inside wall, and he saved it. He did a great job of saving it. So, yeah, I'm sure he was probably like, oh, man. But that's what happens when you start putting down them good lap times. You see that gap start closing in, and then you push a little bit too hard. And then you get that moment. Sometimes it ends very badly, but he luckily came out of it pretty well. As Steven Stippian, as I always say, always super good in the long run. He's made his way past Hunter Hayward up into that 3rd position.
Joseph's pulled a 2.3 second lead over, and on this green flag run here from everybody, we're at that point of time again. Lap times are equal, tires are basically equal. The only way you're going to make up any ground is that guy in front of you or behind you has got to mess up. I mean, that's the only way you're going to make any kind of ground. So again, this is the point of time that I hate in racing. That what do? You know, we only got, I would imagine they got 1 set of tires left. Everybody does. From the way the pit,
either 1 or 2. It's either 1 or 2.
I would imagine just 1 there, Zach, to be honest.
I think so too, Robert. I think you're right, because I think they've already took 3 sets already on pit road 4.
Right, they started with 4, and they had 3 in. First yellow, everybody came in. Some came in and took a set of tires. Then that next yellow came out.
Some guys
came in, took a set of tires, and then a yellow came out again, and they just went in and took fuel and no tires. So we're down to a set.
Yeah, and everybody pitted on lap 104.
104, correct.
So we're almost 40 laps into this run, which is about halfway through it. So
and you said 60 laps on fuel?
What I got from Kali, talked to Kali before the race, he said he imagines it's anywhere from 70 to 80.
70, 80.
Yeah, so I was thinking around 80, but the thing is, if you do that, then you're going all the way to 84, which, sets you up for a pretty short run to the end, which would be smart if you only have 1 set of tires, because if your caution comes out, he's going to reset everything. As Joseph Porter coming here to lap Brandon Hartwell, actually, and just lapped Michael Yarrow. I mean, that shows you how quick Joseph is going. I mean, Hartwell and Yarrow, 2 really strong contenders here at Sim Racing Unleashed, and they're getting lapped here, about 40 laps into the run. So a little bit of a struggle here tonight. Hartwell was even running in the top 5 at one point during this race. So I'm not sure if he take that. I don't know if he didn't take tires or what, because I don't think he took tires on that stop. Because his lap times, the 5 of Brandon Hartwell, because his lap times after they stopped were 29s and 28s. So you want 27 ones on new tires. So I think his tires are definitely on the older side. As you got Michael Yarrow pitting.
His pit stop was 11.92.
Yes, it sounds like he didn't take tires, because it's been about a 15-second full stops lately with this new bit.
Now, I'm looking at my data here, and I put something up for me on my back end here, Zach, and I'm showing Jason pitted 3 times, Steven pitted 3 times, but Joseph only pitted 2 times.
Yeah, well, you also got to take in the fact that they came in also on the stop that Joseph and them came down, but they took only fuel.
Right.
So when they came and got the tires again, that Joseph stayed out, that's extra stop they have there.
Okay. Yeah. So we're not looking at them can make it longer on fuel mileage.
No, they all stopped from 104 recently, right. And
okay.
So I'm expecting. I would say you see Joseph on pit road. It's hard to say, but I expect most of these leaders are going to probably hit pit road with about 40 to go. It's what I would think would be this, 40. Because the undercut's going to be pretty powerful. I mean, they're running 28.79 right now on a fast, lap. Fresh tires is a 27 flat is our fastest lap. So, you're looking at 2 seconds of fall off. So You can gain a lot by pitting early, but it's going to hurt you in the long run, of course. It's just about how much time is left. And we are looking here at Steven lapping 5 of Brandon Hartwell. And Steven running in the 3rd position right now, about a second back from teammate Jason Anderson. Looking at time-wise, he's they're pretty dead even on times, even though Steven was passing a car right there. So I expect maybe Steven to be able to reel in this teammate maybe a little bit. We'll see here once they both get the clean track what kind of lap times they're looking at. But Joseph up front, actually a little bit slower than both of them with a 28.82 to Jason Anderson's 28.96 and Steven Stippian 28.67. So yeah, Steven Stippian right now looking pretty strong. As there, we're looking on with Hunter Hayward as he gets passed by the new tires of Michael Yarrow in that 95. But Hunter Hayward still doing great here, running at 4th. He's got Mark Whitling not too far behind, about less than a second behind him.
Steven says out there, if we stay green, should be pitting with about 50 to 40 laps to go. Yeah, I mean, unless I was Joseph, I would stay out as long as I could. Or would you go in if you see your second place contender go in? Would you go in the next lap, or would you stay out maybe 3-4 more laps? He's already got the pace. He's got the speed.
Well, it's about a 2-second difference on new tires to old tires right now. I think you're going to see, you probably, if I was Joseph, I'd go 1 to 2 laps more.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You know, that'll make sure you at least have, you know, fresher tires if a caution does come out. Because,
right,
you know, if he pits before them, you're only hurting yourself also.
Right.
Because, you know, if caution does come out, then it restacks everything back up. And those tires that guys behind you have a little bit fresher than are going to help. So I think you're going to see Joseph go a little bit longer. But at the same time, I think you're going to see Steven Stippian and Jason Anderson much longer cut. So being interesting is actually Steven has actually moved into that 2nd position. And he's actually starting to run Joseph down a pretty considerable amount. As Joseph running 29.071 to Steven's 28.85.
You said the difference is about 2 seconds. He's 3 seconds ahead, so if he stays out a lap or 2 more and he gives up some of that time, he's still going to be able to stay out and just have 2 lap fresher tires and be able to stay in the lead, or even if it's in 2nd place, he shows that he can run you down and do what he needs to do. Now, you know, the question is, you don't stay out 4 or 5 laps, because now you're pushing yourself to try to catch them leaders, and you're burning up tires that you would have saved on two laps.
Definitely.
If everybody understand what I tried to just say there.
Yeah, it puts you in an interesting situation. This to see our brain crest and Kali racing.
Never mind. Oh, that was net code. That was net code.
Man.
That was so much net code. I seen it. It was net code, and I don't even think Kali hit anything.
Well, actually, I don't think that's what you call net code. I think that's what you call getting in hot and losing the rear end. And Koresh really had nowhere to go. He tried to slow down.
Watch this really closely, though. I still call net code. Watch this.
Watch the tire marks. He loses the rear before the corner.
Yeah, but watch when Koresh gets behind him. He is sliding.
See, he's loose right there.
Right. Now watch this. Watch this shot. I'm going to slow it down. He's loose.
He's already sideways.
Right. And watch this. It's coming up. Look at this. Right there.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I think he would have got into him. I think he definitely sent Kali around the rest of the way.
Right.
But I think that was kind of inevitable. Kali just got in there way too hot trying to make the pass. And it's so, like I said, it's so easy to lose the rear. When you jab that brake in super hard, the first thing it does is it transfers all that weight to the front end. It makes that rear end light. So all your weight transfer goes straight on them front tires. That rear end lifts up. And he was just dead loose. He might have saved it if the net code wouldn't happen with Caress right there. But like I said, Caress was doing everything he could to slow down to try not to hit him. But I think it was almost how slow Collie was going to have to go to catch that. It was almost inevitable at that point.
I think
but definitely some net code in between it.
I think he was already committed to spin.
Yeah,
I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah, I think either way, without the net code, it would have played out pretty similarly. So, just, Collie trying to make that pass. But now you're going to have everybody pit. Joseph McWhorter is going to win the race off pit road in front of Steven Stimpy and Jason Anderson. So now, no sets of tires left. We're going to be coming up to about 40 to go here soon. So it's definitely going to get pretty spicy as Josh Jones, I think, and Brandon Collie.
Now this is yeah.
I know. Now I know the thing is, okay, so they can go to about, if they can go 80 laps like I was thinking, that means they could go to about 184 if the race would have stayed green. And I think these caution laps will help, so they can go a good considerable bit farther. If they catch a caution after 20 or so laps,
that's what I'm thinking.
They are in the catbird seat.
Are they banking on another yellow?
I think that's what they're banking on.
They have to. I mean, you just made your bed, like literally made your bed. And
you're about to get almost run over here.
Well, that's it. You're not going to change it now. You made your bed. You're going to pit. You're going to fall. You're going to lose so much track position. As Josh, okay. He says, I just wanted that point to lead a lap, knowing that he can't lead a lap, so you might as well stay out to lead the lap. He's taking a gamble. He is going to fall.
Collie's not. Collie says, I'm going for it. So, and we got a request out there, Robert. We should go on board for this restart.
Oh, we got a request for what? Sorry, what? We do what? What did we do?
Stephen Leffler says, let's go on board for the restart here.
With who?
Maybe we should go with Collie since he's going to get swarmed.
Okay. We'll go with Collie.
We're going to see him swat flies around all these guys.
We're going to go with Collie so we can watch him get freight trained and run over. Hopefully not.
Hopefully not get hurt, yeah. Pace car lights are out, so we will go green this time. It's about to get epic here on board with the number 2, Brandon Collie.
As he's got his teammates starting on the inside, so here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, well, hang on, Zach, because this is going to get crazy.
Look at the new tires, how powerful those are when we start.
Oh, my God.
Already. Look at them all go by. This is going to be just to watch. That is what 4 tires, that's really what tires are. I mean, you can see the difference.
Oh, and he's way up. He knows. He's way up on the high line. He's like, guys, I'm out of your way. Just freight train me all the way to 10th. And we seen this earlier on that first yellow, too, happen. All the way from 1st to 10th. As, we have a yellow. Does he stay at 100? Yo!
Oh, man.
Man.
What happened there with Hunter Hayward, actually? Wow, unfortunate.
I don't know,
21.
but I'll be right back. I got to go get my paper. Well, I don't know. It's not even triggering me a yellow. It says a yellow, but I'm not getting
it's the 21 there, and going into 1. Looks like they got a little help.
Oh, netcode blinking out. Netcode popped back in and said, hello, I'm right here, and ran right into Hunter. As look at the beautiful puffs of smoke. But yeah, that was netcode. Caress blinked out. No, that wasn't Caress. That was Jason Anderson blinked out there, Zach. And when he came back, he was inside of Hunter's car.
Yeah, did he blink out for you?
Yeah. Majorly blinked out. Let me see if I can go back again.
That's interesting. He didn't blink out for me.
Or maybe, yeah, he did right there.
Yeah, on your broadcast he does. He does it for me.
And look, he blinked again, and bam, he's inside of the Hunter.
Wow, yeah, that's interesting. I I've never actually seen like something like that. Yeah, because of mine, he never blinks out. He just kind of actually just got into him a little bit.
Yeah, no, he blinked out and then he did a hard blink and then
Wow.
came back.
Yeah, so unfortunate.
And
for
poor,
21, but
I would
nobody
say
got
poor
into
Hunter.
though. That's a big thing.
Poor Hunter's probably like, la 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 la. What the? His spotter probably didn't even tell the car was inside. He was just all sudden around. He did save it though.
Yeah, he did, man. I tell you what, Hunter Hayward. Look at this. Watch this ride. Wow, that's crazy. He did a great job not to get hit by it. He really just held it in the middle, if you get what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people, they wreck, they go all over the place and stuff, but he did a good job just to stay put and let the guys decide to go around him. That's the best way to get avoided by somebody, is stay where you are and don't move all around. As I wonder, did Kali still decided, I believe, to not pit, and I think that's smart. He needs to go ahead and just keep saving that set, because if we continue to get cautions here after a few more laps, I'd say another 10 or 15, if he can get cautions, he could go up and win this race possibly.
Cautions breathe cautions.
That is for sure. I can tell you that from experience. Now the other thing is being in the back. That's usually where the cautions come from. Usually a little bit in mid-pack, and definitely not easy to get caught up in stuff sometimes when you're back there. So Kylie's gonna have to be careful while he's back there. And I believe I heard in the chat, Stephen Leffler said that Jones missed his box when he came down that time, so he figured why not just go back out, lead the lap since he missed the box, and come back down the next time. So that was smart. Get the lap led, and then he did lose track position, but
but
at the end of the day, it could have been worse. Yeah,
so it's not too bad.
It's not definitely not too bad. So yeah,
Joseph has damage.
Off on the pace car. Does he? Oh, the rear end, he does.
Yeah, he does. Let's go in the nose cam damage. Yeah, he does. He's got a little bit of, so it looks like somebody ran into the back of him.
Yeah, I'm going back to see. He's had it for a considerable amount. Oh, he actually got that from his teammate Kali on lap 108. I found it. So just a little damage. Nothing's gonna hurt him.
Hey, I was gonna say it ain't. Yeah. You need to take the wing off you need to take the spoiler off to slow this guy down right now.
That's for sure.
So Jason, go up there and ram him.
Green, green, green.
There we go.
Green flag racing again.
Oh, he almost rammed him.
He heard you.
Yeah, he did. Okay, guys, don't listen to the broadcaster.
Bad influence.
Whoa!
Bad influence.
Hang on to it.
What a save from Jason Anderson. Oh, man.
Man, we're riding along with him, man, and that was crazy. Whoa! God,
yeah.
once you heat the tires up, they're heated.
Yeah, there he is on the inside. David Easton. That was a moment for Jason Anderson, but he's going to clear back to that 4th position. And man, oh man.
Got Budweiser.com on the back of it. I'd be saying, throw me a can, man, or a bottle. I don't care. Throw me something.
He's going to need one after that moment. That was stressful.
Who got caught drinking alcohol in real NASCAR? You used to put it in a water bottle?
I have no clue.
Oh, no. That was back in the early 90s. Who was that?
I have no clue. That's a good question.
Come on, Zach. You know all this stuff.
I usually know my NASCAR stuff.
Come on, man. You know this NASCAR stuff. Oh, my goodness.
I don't know that.
Well, Google. Hey, Google. Okay, mine didn't go off. I was trying to get yours to go off. You're so mean. So how's everybody doing out there tonight? Thank you everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you're enjoying tonight's show here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting with Sim Racing Unleashed, race number 6 here at Phoenix. Next week we head to Las Vegas with these guys. It's a long season. It's a great season here, and we do appreciate everybody tuning in on the YouTube side. If you come from the Facebook side, thank you for coming over on the YouTube side of the platform. Some people like the Facebook better than the YouTube, but we will work on that technical issues. Eventually, it will get fixed. But anyways, thank you for tuning in. And it's Robert A. Moyer up here in the booth with Zach Hall. Everybody knows Zach, Big Mac, and we don't have Lee here tonight, unfortunately. He had something come up, but hopefully everything's okay with Lee Tidwell and the family side of things. But all right, well, again, Zach, we are down 107 with about, 25 laps to go here tonight, with Joseph McCorder showing the way here tonight. Mark Whitley, his teammate, moving up here to second. Haven't talked much about him since the beginning of the race, but he has worked at NVIDIA RTX ZL1 Camaro back up to second place. 2 positions up from Tenart's race. Bobby syndrome. Tenart's race. He's up 2 positions. Started 4th here tonight, qualified. So, all right, Zach. Well, what are we looking for here in the last 25 laps of tonight's race?
Well, I'm seeing some interesting stuff he played. So Mark Whitley got by Steven Stippian. Steven kind of just waved him on by. He said, you know what, go ahead. You can go up there, see if you can go catch Joseph. I think Steven and Jason Anderson right now are playing a little bit of strategy. So I think they've kind of figured out, no, we're not going to beat Joseph straight up. He's pretty strong. He's looking pretty strong. It's going to be tough to beat him. But where I've seen Steven be really, really strong, especially Steven and Jason Anderson also, they've been pretty strong on these longer runs. If they right now could just sit in this 3rd, 4th position and save, and if they catch a caution, nobody else, they don't have sets of tires. That brings Joseph right back to him, and if you saved your stuff, you never know. You get that chance at him real close again.
Yep.
Maybe his stuff is burned out since Joseph's going out here and just running as hard as he can. I mean, I know Joseph's probably managing a little bit, but it's going to be interesting. There's so much strategy you can play with these tire limits, and you never know what a guy's motive is. So it's kind of interesting to watch all this, but at the same time, if that caution comes out, I'd say within the next 6 to 10 laps, Mr. Colley's going to have fresh tires, and that'll be interesting to see him come back up through. So there's a lot of stuff still to play here, and we're coming up to 25 to go here, and I'm interested to see how this is all going to play out, as Joseph's kind of really been super dominant tonight. But I can tell you what, I've seen multiple races get dominated by people and lose it on just a late race caution. So don't put it past that happening yet.
Good. That's a good point, man. Good point. It's a shame Lee ain't here tonight, because Rodrigo, haven't talked about him all
Up till 11th.
Yeah, great.
I thought I had damage earlier, so
Great
I
run
used that
for
fast
him.
fix. Yeah. Started 6th, so had a great qualifying. Had a really good qualifying. But now he's not too far behind Dave Bush either. You never know, might be able to squeak into that top 10. So it's going to be a battle between him and Dave there.
Yeah, Dave Bush bouncing back up to 10th position. Todd Neese up here. We haven't talked much about Bradley either in that 14. He moved himself up. Let's see here. Oh, he's up 1 position. Qualified 9th, running 10th. I'm running 8th. Good run for him in that. I'm hoping I'm seeing the right paint scheme. Home Depot there. Office Depot.
Office Depot, yes. And also in front of him, Josh Jones just got by David Neese to get back to the top 5, and also Hunter Hayward after that spin in the 21. He's starting to creep his way back up into it. It's a good recovery from Hunter so far.
It's actually a good recovery from a lot of people out here tonight.
Oh, that is for sure, Robert. You're seeing a lot of people do a great job of coming back from little mistakes.
Bad night for Jason Adams, though. Let's give this guy a shout out. You can see
Tough track.
Yeah, and he wasn't happy about this track coming in tonight. I seen it posted, and you can see he's not even running up full throttle. He's just pacing around going, you know what? Screw it, guys. I'm just 3 laps down, but you know, I'm good. I'll just ride here. I'll get what I can, and then I'm going home and eating my cookie.
That's right. Yeah, sometimes you gotta survive, and he'll be coming up here with Joseph coming here to lap. So good job at him taking the high side there, let Joseph by.
Yeah.
And just making laps. That's the big thing too, is just make laps.
Yep.
And, you know, get better.
Yeah, he said he didn't
that.
like this track. He said, I want to go to Bristol. He's the one that I told you the other day. He's I seen the post, and he's like, I want to go to Bristol. Screw this track. I'm like, dude, you want to go to Bristol compared to this? Oh, boy. Oh, he put Mark down into the wall.
Yeah, and Steven Stippian had to go around the outside. I think Steven's actually going to get the positional mark.
Poor Jason didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. Yeah, I mean, oh, God. Anyways.
Battle continues on. Steven Stippian gets around into second position now. They definitely lost some time there to leader Joseph, as we'll see when they come back here. So, yeah, lost about a half a second there with a little trouble getting around lap car Jason Anderson. Or Jason Adams. Sorry about that.
And I don't give no fault to the 24. He didn't know where to go. He couldn't have went high because he had Steven there. He would try to go low. He had Mark there. Where was he supposed to go? Sit in the middle? Well, that's dangerous, you know. Especially being a lap down car. You're like, oh, my God, I don't want to be in the middle.
Yeah, and sometimes I think it was really where he got caught by Mark. I think Mark needed to make it, Mark was going to go to the inside, but I think Jason seen him get so close on the exit right to his rear bumper that he said, oh, no, I need to move out the way. And, you know, the biggest advice I can give to a lot of drivers that are, that is getting lapped, just try your best to hold your line. If you get ran over, you get ran over. That's the driver behind you fault. As they always say, the driver who runs in the back of somebody is usually at fault for the cause. So, when you second guess yourself and move like that, as Mark moved to, it kind of, you see what happens. It split them, and they had to go like round them through the bottom and left, right, and it just causes some confusion. And nothing against Jason Adams there. I mean, he was literally just trying to get out the way, but as I would say, just try to hold your line. And if the person behind you runs you over, then guess what? That's their fault. Nothing on you.
Mm-hmm.
As Steven Stippian trying to cut into that lead, he does. A couple hundredths cut into Joseph McWhorter's lead as the laps are counting down with 15 to go here at Phoenix. And I tell you what, Joseph just wants to see some green flag racing. But I tell you what, Steven says, I'd like a caution right now, probably.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame him. I mean, last time they pitted was in lap 56. We went back green, lap 57, 58. And I'm just trying to think of the trend of the race of the yellows here. The yellows came out closer towards the end of the fuel run tires. I don't know if we're going to see another one.
Yeah, it doesn't look likely as spread out as we are.
Right.
But I can tell you what, stuff here happens quick, and it happens often. And a person who really wants to see one of those Brandon Colley running in 12, about 17 seconds behind the leader. If this race stays green, he has a jeopardy of going a lap down.
17 seconds.
That's the motor tires. He has
7 seconds.
Who?
Brandon Colley?
He's 17 seconds behind the leader.
He's 8 seconds behind the leader. He's running in 12th position.
He's 8 seconds behind Dave Bush. Each one of those gap driver is behind the driver that they're behind.
I should know that, because you're right.
Yeah, I mean, as you see, some drivers are less than a second behind, and they're running,
I'm
farther
looking
behind.
at the wrong guy. I had a Bobby syndrome.
He's he's not that far behind.
I'm looking going, wait, what are you talking about? And yeah, he's 14 seconds now.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him. It's going to definitely need to cost him very serious, especially because he needs time with new tires.
What?
But also, the longer they go, the better his tires are.
Does he still have a set of tires?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh,
he has
yeah,
not pitted.
He does.
And another
That's
thing,
right.
I don't think he can make it on fuel. So he's going to pit probably soon also.
Yeah. Oh, what a strategy call. But if we get a yellow with the next 3 laps, oh my God, would he look like a hero?
he would do the, what did I say, Larry Yingling, just go around the top there.
I don't even know if he would even be able to go through the field. That's the problem. He'd be blocked all over the place. He would have to hit and bump and push people out of the way, which could cause more carnage than good.
Yeah, you never know. There's a ride with Jason Anderson about 1.4 seconds back from Mark Whitley on that third position. So it's pretty similar gaps between all of our top four here. Is Steven Stippy is still taking a little bit of time out of Joseph. So I say if we get a caution, don't put it past Stipp to have a chance in this win. It'll be interesting. There's under 10 to go. Coming to 8 here to go. Now, Joseph crosses our finish line now. Josh Jones, look at his rebound from missing his pit stall and come to the field up to 5th. Not far behind Jason Anderson, actually. He might be able to crack into that top 4. Really looking at the lap times.
Yeah, that's what I was. Get out of my head. That's what I was looking at.
Stimp every now and then has been a couple hundreds quicker. Last time he was a little bit slower than Joseph. We'll see this time. Joseph's 28.71 to Stimp's 28.58. Yeah, I think if we see a caution, man, Stimp is going to be a tough one to deal with for Joseph if we get a caution.
I just don't think we're going to see it.
It's not looking likely at this point, but I tell you what, from racing all my many years on this sim, a caution can come at any point, and especially when you least expect it, or especially when you don't want it. Especially when you're wishing, when you're sitting there driving up front, you're going, no caution, no caution, no caution. A caution usually happens when you wish for no caution. So if I was Joseph, I would wish for a caution, because then it wouldn't happen. A Stimp again, a couple hundreds quicker. Joseph's 28.58 to Stimp's 28.54. So he continues to claw a little bit in each lap, and I think he gained a good little bit that lap. Yeah, over a 10th that lap. So Steven Stippy really making a charge, and I think he pushed a little wide there too, though. So let's see if what this lap time creates. I think he'll actually lose a little bit this lap time. Coming here to 4 laps to go. Joseph McWhorter, what a dominant race he's had so far. That Stimp does lose a little bit of time in the last lap. Gets better through 1 and 2 that time, but that missing the bottom a little bit messed him up. Not much time. He's going to definitely need a yellow flag or a huge mistake from that 30.
Yeah, I mean, very good race from the whole league itself at a pretty tough track on the iRacing service side of things. They ran this race really good. I think we had only 4 yellows.
Yeah, I believe so, man. This has been a fantastic race, and for a tough racetrack like this, these guys have held on amazingly.
Yeah, not only that, 23 cars packing the field. That's a huge field.
At Phoenix, especially.
Yeah.
This track is known to put on some pretty big yellow fests. As I like to say, it's Stimpy 2/10 that last time by 2 to go, under a second.
He picking it up.
He is, and Joseph's going to have to deal with Brain Caress here a little bit, and Jason Adams. I think it's by the 24.
Oh, we got Levi coming out there on YouTube. How you doing there, buddy? But yeah, Steven is he's running it hard now. White flag. It doesn't matter now. He's got to go as Joseph is in lap traffic, and it looks
Jason
like
Anderson. Guys, Jason Adams. Sorry, I keep saying Anderson. Sorry. Yeah, white flag. Joseph just needs to make one more corner, but Stimp is coming, man. If we had 5 more to go. And Jason Adams is wrecking behind him, but he saves it.
You think he waited too long? He waited too long.
Man, what a race, guys. Joseph McWhorter's your win. Steven Stimpy, though, 3/10 back, man.
Wow.
What a
from a second
finish there. Dude, that guy was pushing there at the end. That was
Do you
super
think
impressive.
he waited too long?
I don't know, Robert. I think maybe the one time he missed the corner on the exit 2 really lost about a tenth to Joseph. That if he could have continued his 2/10, a second like gaining like he was, oh man, that would have been interesting. But I tell you what, Steven definitely made him worry there. Coming that lap, Joseph could not mess up. So great race overall. Top 3: Joseph McWhorter, Steven Stippian, and Mark Whitley here tonight for Sim Racing Unleashed at ISM Raceway. What a race! 200 laps and really, really great racing overall, man. I am pumped after this race.
Yes, I am. All right. We will be right back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get everybody ready for the post-race interview here as we hear the crowd cheering, yay! That sounds so weird, but yay! But we will be right back in a few seconds.
All right, welcome back to all of our wonderful viewers out there in Streamland, and thank you guys for staying with us and watching an incredible race here at Sim Racing Unleashed tonight at ISM Raceway. And now we're going to get a talk in with our podium finishers here tonight. And first, we'll get a talk in here with Mark Whitley, our third place man for Driven Motorsports. Hey, Mark, Zach in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, buddy, what a race for you tonight, man. You were leading laps, doing some crazy moves, man. You really, I got to ask you about what was the thought process one time you went from 8th to 1st in half a lap? How did that feel?
I felt great. I didn't really plan on it. It just kind of happened. Like, the hole was there. I had the run, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to go for it. And I think I was 4 wide at one point with 2 of my teammates, so that wasn't great, but it came out the other end, so it ain't too bad.
That's for sure, man. It was fun for us to watch up here. We were on the edge of our seats for sure as the new tires blasted through there for you. How was the racing overall for you tonight? What was the struggle? What just kind of explain it all for us.
I hadn't had much practice this week, and that first run, I just killed the tires, and the right rear was trying to kill me at that second half of the run. So I was trying to just ease it up. I had a little bit of damage where I got into the back of a lap car I had to walk the car up the track and got in the back of him. Had about 15 seconds of damage. Under one of those last pit stops, I came in to fix it, so I went all the way back to like 16th. Trying to get through traffic was worse than almost having a heart attack every other lap because they were sideways, 2 wide, 3 wide. It was crazy. And then the end that last green flag run, I knew I probably didn't have nothing for McWhorter on the long run, so I was just trying to get behind him. And then 24, we were trying to lap him. I don't know what happened there, but I feel like me, him, and second place guy, we almost killed each other going into one, but came out the other end, and third place for the first race in this league, not too bad if I do say so myself.
Yeah, definitely, man. Great run for you here tonight at ISM Raceway. Definitely put on a show here tonight, Mark. So congrats on that third here tonight, buddy. Before we let you go, well, also since you're new here, we got Las Vegas next week. How you feeling for Las Vegas, actually?
Well, I don't know if you remember, the last time I ran Las Vegas in the league was with the OG Racing Freaks League.
Yeah.
I won that on fuel mileage, so I mean, I got good feelings for that. So we're gonna hopefully carry that on and try to get a W in that one.
Awesome, man. Well, hopefully we'll be talking to you again next Sunday. But before we let you go, anybody wants to shout to?
Just my parents. I'm sure they're watching the stream on the TV. Had to teach them how to do it, but hey, they're doing it now. So, my fiance, just everybody supported of me, and all the fans, of course. It wouldn't be what the kind of show we put on wouldn't be worth it if it weren't fans.
Awesome, Mark, man. Well, congrats on the 3rd place finish tonight. Go enjoy it, buddy, and we'll talk to you again.
All right, there's that.
Later. All right, guys, that was Mark Whitley, our 3rd place finisher here tonight. Great run for Driven Motorsports. Now we're going to get talking with Smoke Inc.'s own driver, Steven Stippian, who made it. Man, he made it close to the end. Let's just say that was a barn burner. He had me on the edge of the seat, so we'll get to talking here with Steven. Hey, Steven is second to booth, man. You got copy?
I do, gentlemen. How are you guys?
Oh, man, what a race here tonight for you, Steven, man. I gotta say, man, you are always a sneaky one when it comes to these races, man. Qualifying 12th, you slowly worked your way up through the race and really worked that other strategy with pitting around lap 60, and you started to show your strength there after that run, man. You just seemed really strong on the long runs tonight. Was that, where your strength was?
Yeah, qualifying I screwed up. I think I had like the 4th fastest lap in practice, and I lost it coming off 4, but I knew I was going to be able to make up some time. But yeah, my strategy, I mean, with the tire limits is just conserving, long green flag runs. I love them because I'm able to conserve just enough balance. Unfortunately, tonight it didn't work out too well. Should have went harder a couple of laps beforehand, but
yeah, that was the question actually up here in the booth. We were talking about it. It seemed like you were definitely saving a little bit there. That's when we first took off on that run. I mean, because you never know when caution's coming. You guys, not having sets left, could have played in there. Was that kind of like the strategy to save a little bit, then go at the end? Because man, you were running them down very quickly there at the end.
Yeah, that was the strategy. I have to give props to my teammate Jason Anderson, because he saw the 77 mark, I think, coming up. And he's like, dude, just let him go. And just let him go. Let them burn their stuff up.
Definitely. Yeah, you can see that, man. It was a great race to watch for us up here in the booth, man. You put on a heck of a show here tonight. We go to Las Vegas next Sunday. How you feeling about Las Vegas?
I'm looking forward to Las Vegas. Hopefully get a win one of these days, man. I need to lock myself in before we start hitting those road courses. But I'm pretty confident with it. We'll see what happens next week.
Awesome, Steven. Well, man, as always, great runner here at Sim Racing Unleashed for you. Anybody want to send a shout out to you before we let you go, though, buddy?
You guys, of course, for putting the broadcast on, and then, of course, Sim Racing Unleashed, and then my teammates, Smoke Inc., Jason Anderson, Dave Bush, Michael Yarrow, the newly acquired free agent, and Joseph McWhorter. Good win. Dominating performance by them.
Awesome, Steven. Well, man, we'll catch you next time, and you go celebrate that 2nd place finish, man, and you have a great night.
Hey, here's to. I'll see you guys next week.
All right, guys, that was your 2nd place finisher here tonight, of Steven Stippian in that 81. I think it's very soon a win is in the near future for that man. You can't, be continuously there each week and not sooner or later break in. And actually, this guy we're about to talk to, he actually is very new to Victory Lane, and he's been on the edge of the cusp of it, and he's starting to break through a lot more, Robert. So let's get a talk in here with our victory man of Joseph. Hey, Joseph, it's Zach up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, buddy, what a dominant performance, man. I gotta give you a round of applause for that one. How was the race tonight for you, man? It seemed like almost flawless from our point of view.
Yeah, it was a really good race for sure. I mean, it's good to be back in Victory Lane again. Man, the car was just good. I don't know what it was. I wasn't all that happy with it in practice, and it seems like as soon as it switched over to the race, it really changed. Made a little bit of a brake bias adjustment and really didn't touch it after that. Got to the front and stayed there. It's just been a great car. I love ISM anyways. I mean, got really close to having an NIS win here, and just kind of took what I learned from that and brought it into this.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I don't want to say you made it look easy, because definitely Stimp there, at the end, definitely made it close on you. Did you notice him getting bigger in your mirror there at the end? Were you a little bit worried?
Well, to be honest with you, I kind of had to slow down. I was starting to get a little worried about some of the lap cars in front of me, so I started dropping lap times down to kind of just feed through them real slow. So I knew he was going to get back to me, but I knew I had a good enough buffer to where I didn't really have to worry too much. But I knew if I made any kind of a mistake, I was just setting myself up for him to get to me. So, I seen him there, but I was just very confident and kind of just had a plan to get around him and just kept being smooth and not spinning the tires coming off the corner.
Smart man there. Definitely kind of manage stuff when you got a gap like that, and you definitely did it, man. Gotta give you a big round of applause, like I said, for just dominant performance tonight here at ISM. You looked really, 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 really strong, and I'm not gonna say I called it, but I was looking at you in practice, and you told me last night too, from a little talk we had about you felt like you were gonna be pretty good, and I was looking at you in practice, and I felt pretty confident about your lap times on there. That little bit of a longer run you ran practice, so you made me look pretty smart tonight, Joseph. Thank you. Not always look like the smartest, guy up here sometimes, so that helps. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a lot of fun. I mean, it was just a really good race, and the 92 and Steven both kept me really honest, and I really was didn't really get worried. I mean, they caught me with, after we had that caution and they put fresh tires on, and somehow I was able to hold them off. I don't know how I did that, but.
Yeah, you did a great job there. We were watching that one with our eyes glued on that battle as they ran there through 17 lap fresher tires. You were able to hold them off, so we knew you had something definitely in that 30 car tonight. We go to Las Vegas next week for Sim Racing Unleashed. How you feeling for Las Vegas? Do you go back to back?
Yeah, actually, I mean, I got an NIS win there this year, so feeling pretty confident in that for sure. I like Las Vegas. It's a really fun, hot, slick track. It's got a lot of characteristics. It's even got some bumps and stuff like that. So definitely feeling confident. I'd like to go back to back for sure. I would have liked to have made it, back to back this week, but third place last week is a good finish for sure.
Definitely for sure, Joseph. Yeah, man, great run here tonight. Before we let you go and celebrate that victory here tonight, buddy, anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank Driven Motorsports and Jonathan Smith for calling the race. He did an awesome job on the pit box and and spotting for me tonight. Always nice to have him. I want to thank Brandon and Mark for all their hard work tonight, and sharing information between one another and trying to have a good run. Mark was up there for a good bit of it. He finished third, right? Yeah, he finished third. Yep. So I mean, another 1-3 for Driven Motorsports and back-to-back weekends. So. Of course, I want to thank Bioside Gaming for all the stuff that they do. I want to thank 1077 Sage, and I want to thank you guys for being up in the booth and doing everything you guys do and putting on showing off this amazing show that we put on every week.
Definitely, buddy. Well, it was a pleasure to call it tonight. I had a great time. I get the race with you usually. And, it's fun as always, but it was fun calling the race here tonight too, watching you guys go out. Phoenix can be a place that there's a lot of caution. You guys did a good job to keep it green all night, and it was a blast. So go celebrate that victory, buddy. And again, congrats from everybody here for Freaky Fast, and we will catch you on Saturday and Sunday next week.
Thank you. See you guys next week.
Alrighty. That was Joseph McWhorter there, guys. Your winner here tonight at ISM Raceway. And I gotta say, great performance from that 30 car tonight. Great performance from everybody. Jason Anderson, Steven Stimpian. There was battles all over this racetrack tonight. But man, oh man, it was fun here tonight, Robert.
That it was. All right, well, we got the unofficial results up here tonight at ISM, or known as Phoenix Raceway. Zach wants to run through them real quick.
Yeah, we will go through our unofficial results here. So we have, of course, Joseph McWhorter bringing home that first victory here at Sim Racing Unleashed here tonight. Second place is Steven Stimpian. Third is Mark Whitley. Fourth, Jason Anderson. Fifth goes to Josh Jones. Sixth to Hunter Hayward for that great rebound from that spin late in the race. Seventh is David Neese. Eighth is Bradley Delph. Ninth, Rodrigo Loga. Lee would be happy with that. 10th is Todd Neese. 11th, Dave Bush. 12th is Brandon Colley. 13th is Brain Caress. 14th is Brain. 14th is Lane. And then you have 15th. Oh, Doyle Lane. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know the first name, but 15th is Brandon Hartwell. 16th is Michael Yarrow. 17th is Gomez. 18th is Jason Adams. 19th is Buzz. 20th, Robert Cheswick. 21st is Nicholas Loby. 22nd, Robbie Darnell. And rounding out your field tonight will be Glenn Ballard in 23rd.
All right, Zach. Well, thank you very much for joining me up here in the booth tonight. As always, we had a great time. Hopefully, everybody out there on the YouTube side had a great time. We do much appreciate everybody sticking around, and we do apologize for the beginning of the broadcast with the technical glitches that we had. But you know what? At least we fixed it real fast and got live and to see this action here. But we will be live tomorrow night with the NASCAR Outlaw League as they get ready to take on Bristol. So hopefully we see you tomorrow night, 7:50 Eastern. If not, hopefully we catch you on the next stream. But until then, me and Zach like to say, God bless everybody. Love yous all. Peace out.
Later, everybody.